Hi, my name's Beverly. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to achieve this look using Anastasia's Soft Glam palette. I love this look. It's definitely a really good everyday, but you also could add some extra black, add some liner, and turn it into a night look. So hope you enjoy. Alright guys, so let's get started. We're going to start by priming our face. I'm going to go ahead and use this Bioderma. It's actually a hydrating serum. You want a really not mattified base, but a lot of people think even with oily skin, which I have really oily skin, that you want stuff that's gonna more mattify your skin, and I don't think that that's necessarily true. I think that you should have super hydrated skin. That way your skin doesn't produce more oil to compensate for the dryness. Then I'm gonna double back with my Urban Decay Optical Illusion Primer. I love this because it's gonna fill in my pores. I do a lot of photo shoots, so it's great on camera. It's one of the only primers that I've noticed after time my makeup doesn't sit into my pores. It doesn't enlarge them, make them more porous. And that's why it's definitely my favorite go-to at the moment. If you guys have something or a primer that you feel like really works for that, let me know. I've been looking for a while, so I'm gonna bring that all the way down into the neck. We're gonna prime our eyes. Today I'm just using Morphe's just regular eye primer. And again, all over the eyelid, all the way up into the brows. Get those brows primed so they don't go nowhere. So today I'm using two things for my brows. I have pretty full brows already, so I don't really have to pencil them in or do too much for them. We're gonna start, we're just gonna line the bottom. And go all the way over into the end, making a point at the end. And then same thing on the top. Notice though that I'm not gonna start from the end here. I'm gonna start more from where I actually start seeing color on my brow. And same thing, pull that down into a point. So once you kind of had your base points there, I'm gonna go ahead with the other one, the Goof Proof Brow Pencil. Really just gonna fill in the rest of the brow. And then just really blend it out with the other end. Go back and sharpen up a line or two, and that's okay. So from here, I have the cream contour kit, Anastasia Beverly Hills. I am going to use, I feel like it's kind of dry sometimes, so I am going to use a beauty oil and drop it just, I use the lightest one here, so I'm going to use this for concealer today, and I'm also going to do a drop in the bronzers too, since I'll be using those. So I feel like the beauty oil really just, obviously it just adds some moisture to it, which in turn is just gonna make it more creamy, and it's gonna make it easier to use as a concealer. So I'm gonna use a little brush like this. It's super, you see it kind of tapers to the end. Then I'm gonna use that just to really start enhancing this line here under my brow. You wanna make the line as straight as possible. We're also gonna pull it all the way down. And again, this is gonna be a base for your lid also. I'm gonna take another brush, this one's flat at the end, and blend that out down into the rest of my eyelid. And you can see I got some right there. Just gonna take my little spoolie at the end and blend that out. For my contour and my highlight today, I'm gonna use the Floral, this is Floral Bloom highlighter. It's from Beauty Creations. And I'm just gonna go ahead and take the white powder from there. If you have a translucent powder, that'll work also. I just like this because it's a little bit whiter than my translucent powder that I have. And then same thing, you're just going to take that over the cream concealer that you just did to make a good base for your eyelid that you can start applying a shadow on top of. Alright, so now that our brows are done, I'm going to move on to my favorite part, eyeshadow. So today I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. I'm pretty sure she made this palette more inspired for like weddings, so there's lots of neutrals, there's some purples. I have green eyes, so I love the purple undertones in there. I'm just going to use my biggest fluffy brush that I have. It's a Morphe brush, so you can see it's very round and fluffy at the top. And then we're just going to go in here with orange soda right here, and what's this, burnt orange. So we're just going to kind of mix those and make a really nice pretty base on here. So we're going to start in the outer corner and hold it there for a second and then start pulling it in. This is going to create a really nice natural blend It's gonna keep everything super blended, so you're not gonna have to work double time to come back and blend it in the end. So see, obviously it's more pigmented here, and then it gets lighter in here. That's just happened naturally because I held it out here for an extra second. If you have more hooded eyes, you may have to turn your head. If you turn your head this way, it's gonna open up. So next we're just gonna take a little bit smaller, same thing, just a fluffy brush here. This is Morphe. I really try to research my brushes and get brushes with names. Of course, I got a kit that doesn't have names, so I wish I could tell you the actual brush. But it's just pretty much the same thing as the last brush, just a lot smaller, so we can get more concentrated area with those. So I'm gonna take the smaller one, and we're gonna go into the sienna right here. More of a burnt orangey. Same thing. Hold it here for a second, and then start bringing it in. Again, just to create that super natural blend, to have more pigmented on the outside and going in less pigmented in the inner corner. I'm also going to pull this down to our lash line. So as you can see, this eye isn't blending out quite as well as this eye. So I'm just gonna go back again with my two base colors, the orange soda and the burnt orange, with that big fluffy brush. And just go back over all that just to kind of blend it out a little bit. See, instantly better. That's why you really wanna make sure you have a good base when you're we're gonna go in with this rustic. And then, what is this, Cypress Umber. So they're just two browns in there. These are probably some of my favorite browns out of any palette. I don't know why, they just blend amazingly. They match pretty much any undertone. I think because they are made with more of a purple undertone. They don't look purple at all, but they just blend out to a really good brown. They're not a reddy brown, they're not an orangey brown. And this we're gonna go on our lash line. The brush I'm using, I'm not sure if I showed it, but it's very tapered, very small. It's really gonna pack in color into my crease. So you're gonna go on that lash line and then out into the outer corner. It's the same thing. I'm not really liking how this is blending out. So I'm gonna go back, not with the original base, but with the color I just did. So I'm gonna go back with that, not the huge brush, but the smaller one. So I'm gonna go ahead with this one. And I'm gonna go back with this sienna color. And just everywhere I've been rubbing, I'm just gonna blend out that brown. So I'm going to take the brush that I was using for concealer for my brow up here. It still has some concealer on it, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm not going to full on cut crease, but I'm definitely going to add, I like how it finishes the look to add concealer underneath. I'm going to take a flat brush, and this is what I'm going to pack my color in. So I'm going to go in with this tempera color. The lightest color in the palette, and I'm just going to pack it in. I just set this concealer with the tempera color. Now I'm going to go back in with the bronze. So I'm going to do this bronze. It's a very pretty goldy. I'm going to do it more on the inside. Once you get that back in there, we're going to go back in with the brush that we did all those dark colors with, and we're going to go back to the rustic and the Cypress Umber. And we're going to do the same thing we did before, where we just pull it into our lash line and then up into the crease, and then this is just really gonna set that crease and clean everything up. So from here, we're just gonna do a light liner. I'm not gonna do a crazy wing or anything. My favorite liner is actually e.l.f. This is $2 at Target or Walmart. I've used a lot of high-end liners. It's not that I don't like high-end liners, this one works just as great for me. And what I use it for, I'm almost always have lashes over, line the eye. And then now we're gonna go ahead and start our face. So we already primed with the Optical Illusion. I use Deep Or foundation. I also really love NARS. I got this for my wedding, so this is their Undercover 24-hour full coverage. So I'm gonna take this brush. It's just super light fanny. It has a bit of an angle to it. I'm just using it to apply foundation all over my skin. Just make sure it gets everywhere, all over the whole skin. Take this super flat brush. It's pretty condensed. I'm gonna do this stay just flat at the top, and we're going to go back with our contour kit and go into obviously whatever shade of brown works for you. And we're just going to dab that in. You're going to want to go from, I can't really see the top of my ear, the top of your ear down to like the outer corner of your mouth. That's where you're going to want your, obviously your contour to go. A lot better. It doesn't pick up as much either, and we're just going to dab that in. And make sure you're not rubbing with your beauty blender, you really want to dab it. That's what's going to blend the color out, that's what's going to make it appear more even. Okay, now I'm going to take this flat, this is I guess what I would just consider a regular foundation brush. I'm going to use it for my foundation though, I'm going to use it for concealer under my eyes. So I'm still using the Anastasia, their cream contour kit. And I'm just going to make this pretty little triangle under my eye. Bring it up here, a little bump right there. Under my nose. And on my chin. Pretty much any area that you're wanting to more highlight or just brighten up. And then same thing, just dabbing that all out, blending it in. Before we did a cream contour, now we're going to go ahead with the powder contour. Again, I'm using the Beauty Creations palette here. For highlight and contour. Looks like this. I'm going to go ahead and use this angled brush here. Super big fan. And then I'm just going to go in. Again, you'll want to use whatever bronzer color works for you. I like to mix them all. And now we're just going to set that cream contour that we just did with the powder. So again, this is more considered bronzing than contouring. I like to look very bronzy. I work at a tanning salon, so I kind of need to appear tan all the time. If you don't like as much of a bronzed look, you can of course tame it with your bronzing. I like to look sun-kissed and like a California girl, so. And for blush today, I'm also going to use Floral Bloom blush, again by Beauty Creations. It's just a whole blush kit. I'm going to be using this one right here. And just using a big, huge, rounded fan brush here. I like this one because the bristles are a little bit more condensed. So they really blend it in. I like to blend my blush. Smile. I like to blend my blush into my bronzer because I just feel like it gives a more natural look there. Doesn't look as red, doesn't look as pinky. Also makes the bronzer not look as, I guess, bronzy. It just makes it look more natural and blended into the skin. Same thing, just a smile here and then pull it back into the bronzer. I honestly don't know what this setting powder is, but it's just a banana setting powder. So it has more of a yellow tone to it, since I'm usually a little bit tanner. I probably would like more of a translucent powder though. I'll probably get a more just like white powder than the yellow. I'm just gonna put it right on my beauty blender, just dip it right in, and just go right under the under eye. Alright, so this is my favorite mascara, that's why the label is totally taken off, but if you know it, you know it. It's called They're Real by Benefit. I like to do mascara before my lashes. I am about to apply lashes. If you have super curly lashes, I wouldn't recommend doing mascara before because it's just gonna pull your lashes up and make your lashes sit crazy. If you don't need lashes, you can definitely skip this step and just do straight mascara.
Okay.
Alright, so now I'm just gonna take this brush. It's just a big, pretty much like a big, huge kabuki brush. And I'm just going to wipe off all that's left from that setting powder. Blend out anything that needs to be blended. And I'm gonna go ahead and set my face. So today I'm just using Morphe setting powder, continuous setting mist. I like to set my face before I do my highlight. For my highlighter, again, I'm using my Beauty Creations Floral Bloom Highlight and Contour Palette. I'm using this middle one right here. I'm just taking this brush here. A little bit smaller than other brushes. There's that blush brush, just if you want to compare. So this is what I'm going to be using for the highlighter. On your cheekbone, I like to pull mine under my brown bow a little bit. I love a good nose highlight. If you're going to be on camera, just keep it down here. But in real life, I like that everywhere. Make that nose glow. and then again above your upper lip. So today I'm just using LA lashes in the style Luna. Just do our under eye, so I'm just going to take the brushes we already used. If you need to apply for more product, you can, but I'm just going to use what was left over. So this brush was used for the sienna, so if you need more product, that's the color you're going to want to do. And so that you're just going to take under your eye. And then we're also going to go back with that small brush that we used for the brown. And really focus that on the outer corner of your eye. Okay, now we're going to go onto our lips. Final step here. You want to make sure your lips are super hydrated. Mine are not. I should have had chapstick, or I should have had some sort of lip conditioner on, but I did not. So today we're going to be using the Bella lip liners. Let's see, what color is this? This is color 034 or natural. I love these. These are like $5. They work amazing. I'm not one to really overline my lips, but I definitely make them rounder, so my lips are very, very straight here. I'm gonna round them out, and that's gonna give the appearance of fuller lips. See the difference between, like, this is very flat and straight down. This is more rounded and like fuller looking. I didn't overline it. It's very natural looking still. And same thing on the bottom. I'm just gonna really round out my bottom lip. And then I'm gonna take my lipstick. This is just a Beauty Creations. What color is this? It's LS14 Obsessed. The perfect MAC dupe. I wish I could remember the colors. I'll actually just take that one. And I have to take the warmth of my finger and use that just kind of blend out. There we go. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you were able to recreate this look using the Soft Glam palette with me. If you have any other looks you're wanting to recreate, please drop a comment below, hit like, subscribe. I will see you guys next week.